where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
The clock is ticking for Sean Diddy Combs, and things are quickly spiraling out of control. Just when you thought the scandal couldn't get any messier, it turns out Diddy's defense team is scrambling to meet a looming court deadline to explain how he's been communicating from behind bars. Yes, you read that correctly. This story has gone from shocking to downright jaw-dropping. But that's not all. A former associate has testified before a federal grand jury, claiming to have explosive evidence from Diddy's infamous private gatherings. If you think the details we're about to reveal are outrageous, buckle up, because this is only the beginning.
Thought Diddy would be throwing all his celebrity mates under the bus.
I mean, that could potentially be coming when it's time for court and when it's time for him to testify. But what we're seeing right now is how important public relations really are to Sean Combs. He's desperately trying to control the narrative behind bars, allowing his attorneys to do
First things first, let's dive into the latest bombshell that's got everyone talking. Picture this: Diddy's own legal powerhouse, the attorney who's been by his side for months, has reportedly thrown in the towel. That's right. His top-tier lawyer has allegedly walked away from the case mid-trial. Can you imagine the level of chaos unfolding behind the scenes? This isn't some rookie attorney. This is a seasoned professional with decades of experience. And even he seems to have had enough. Rumor has it the lawyer lost faith in both the case and Diddy himself. If your own defense team is jumping ship, what does that say about the strength of your case?
What his team is trying to do is get the public to assume that the government is leaking some of this negative information about him, like that Cassie video. But the reality is, he's got a lot of enemies, and I really don't believe.
While Diddy's legal team continues to crumble, the hits just keep on coming. A leaked prison call recording has set the internet on fire, and it's making Diddy look even worse. In the recording, a voice, allegedly Diddy's, is heard instructing one of his sons to get rid of all the pizza boxes. Now, let's pause and think. What could that possibly mean? Is it some sort of code? Was he trying to hide evidence? The recording has sparked wild speculation and frankly raises more questions than it answers. One thing is certain. Whatever Diddy was trying to do, it's backfired spectacularly. Instead of quieting the noise, this leak has only added fuel to the fire. And now, more evidence is flooding in from all directions, painting an even darker picture of the man once seen as a music icon. Speaking of evidence, let's break down what prosecutors have revealed so far. During a search of Diddy's home, they reportedly uncovered items that are almost too outrageous to believe. We're talking about firearms with scratched-off serial numbers, a huge stockpile of personal products, and, get this, recordings of his private events. These recordings allegedly show multiple individuals in highly questionable situations, and prosecutors claim they're crucial to proving the case against him. Oh, and don't forget the sheer volume of items seized. Over 1,000 bottles of products typically used for...
Today, just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll stop.
But here's where things take an even crazier turn. While Diddy's legal troubles continue to mount, the prosecution appears more confident than ever. In fact, the accuser's lawyer has boldly stated that Diddy's chances of avoiding a life sentence are slim to none. And honestly, given the avalanche of evidence piling up, it's hard to disagree. The lawyer's confidence is rooted in what they're calling an unprecedented amount of corroboration, from witnesses to recordings to the seized items. They've even gone as far as to claim that Diddy's wealth and influence won't be enough to save him this time.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
Let's circle back to the leaked prison call for a moment because it's too explosive to overlook. The recording allegedly captures Diddy advising his son to get rid of evidence, and while the exact meaning of pizza boxes remains unclear, many are speculating it's code for something incriminating. Was he referring to physical evidence that could link him to the allegations, or is it a metaphor for something much bigger? The fact that this call was leaked at all suggests Diddy's every move is being closely monitored, and it's certainly not working in his favor. The leak has sparked a frenzy online, with fans, critics, and legal experts all weighing in on what it could mean. Some are calling it the smoking gun that could seal his fate, while others think it's just another piece of a very messy puzzle. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about Diddy anymore. The leaked call, along with the mounting evidence, has opened the floodgates, and now more people are stepping forward with their own stories. Witnesses who were once silent are now coming into the spotlight, revealing details that only add to the growing case against him. And let's not forget the digital evidence already in play. One former associate testified before a grand jury, claiming to possess flash drives filled with recordings from Diddy's private gatherings. These recordings allegedly feature high-profile individuals and could expose an entire network of questionable activities. If this evidence is as damning as it sounds, it could be the final nail in the coffin for Diddy's defense.